So as I've alluded, the property has been valued just under 1.5 million. We'll expect bids which are fairly reasonable. Can I have an opening bid? 500,000.
Hello guys, how are you doing? So I recently took a trip to a suburb called Spruitview, which is in the east of Johannesburg, so that I could experience firsthand for myself what happens at a deceased estate auction. So I got to hang out with Mr. Mpho of Indigo Beans Property Group and Mr. Mpho, who was the auctioneer of the day. So I really wanted to find out from these guys if one could purchase a property on an auction for way below its market value and what a potential buyer would need to be ready for such an auction. So guys, let's get into the video.
This house here is a 3-bedroom.
Yeah.
As you can see, it just needs to be taken care of. It's a beautiful property that corner stand, face brick, not a lot of maintenance as you can see it. Yeah. So let me just walk you in. And it's a very nice area, I must say, because it's one of those well-off areas of Spruitview. So it just needs a lot of, the garden needs to be just sorted out, fixed up, make sure that it becomes one of those beautiful properties. Oh. It's got an outside toilet and 2 garages that it's literally just drive in and park your car. It's very rare to find in townships, in Spruitviews, to have a double garage. Look, the kitchen is a little bit, oldish. It needs to be renovated.
So guys, as Mr. Mpho is taking us through this house, let's hear from him more about auctions.
So how does it work with auctions, man? I mean, sometimes people are afraid to buy stuff on auction or to sell their stuff on auction because they think, I'm just giving my house away, I'm not going to get a good price. Yeah. How does it work?
Well, auction is it's obviously to the highest bidder. Whoever feels the value of the property is worth the amount, they make an offer as per that. We do have a reserve price whenever we sell a property on auction, but obviously that gets to be determined by the buyer. The buyer feels, okay, this is what he can achieve, he can pay for the house, and then we get there.
So just in terms of auctions, what if I want to buy? What should I have ready?
It's always better to, if you do want to apply for a bond, get a pre-approval ready. With the banks, we are able to assist you with that. Also to have a deposit that needs to be payable on the fall of the hammer and the deposit for the auctioneer. It depends as well on the type of auction it is. Sometimes you find that you don't have to pay the deposit. You only pay the auctioneer's sheriff. So it varies. You have to just look at the terms and conditions thereof.
Okay, so in what instances would someone want their house to be auctioned, to get you involved and say that, okay, Mr. Mpho, Indigo Beans Property Group, I've got a house I need to dispose of. Yeah. What are the circumstances in which I would choose an auction route?
I think the auction route is great because you do have buyers who are willing to buy at the time. There's not going to be an issue of us having to try and find the buyer, and it takes time and the time that it takes. Here, you do have buyers who are there on site, who are willing to buy the property, and it gets to be moving. So you do have, instead of having to sell it and taking 3 months, 4 months, in this case, when we open this gate, the buyers will be here and they are able to buy the house at the time. It's sold as is, no renovation that needs to be done, and that's going to be done by the family. They are selling it as is. So whoever buys it must just be prepared to work on the property and make it their own, in their own way. All right, and this is the other part. I must say, and if you walk around the area, it's in a nicer area. You drive into Spruitview, next to the shopping complex. There's all the amenities around here. So you want to drive to the CBD, it's about 2 minutes drive into the freeway, going to Johannesburg or the other areas. It's one of those places that are well located properties.
So if you're an entrepreneur at heart, subscribe to this channel for more entrepreneurship content and hit the bell notification so that you never miss a video. Like and share this video with someone else.
First of all, let me introduce myself. The company that is auctioning this property is Indigo Beans Property Group, led by Mr. Mpho. Just went out there. I'm the auctioneer of the day, Petwa Motsepe Senior. The property description is there. It's a 3-bedroom house, sprayed view, extension 11, RF 11 1180. It's a 3-bedroom house, face brick as you see it. It's a deceased estate matter. There's an executor in question who's supposed to have been here to make sure that when we sell the property, everything is verified at the same time. But it's not an issue because we've got a reserve price on the property. A reserve price means there's a particular amount that the owner wants on the property. Once we get to that amount, we can stop the auction. Or in the event we are unable to get through to that amount, we can stop the auction and we'll wait for the executor to approve whatever the highest offer is. And there are tenants in the house, we need to disclose that one. There's a month-to-month lease available. In the event you are buying for investment purposes, you can make arrangements with the executor or with them there directly. And the issue of the municipality, we've got a title deed, we've got the letter of appointment also here. Normally on auctions, when you go through to the sheriff's auctions, it's your responsibility to pay the municipality or the levies or whatever other costs are. But in this case, the amount, the highest bid amount will include all the outstanding amounts on the property. So you don't have to worry about that one. By virtue of you being here, that means you have satisfied yourself, you are happy with the condition of the house. There are no conditions on this sale. It's sold as is. In law, we call it footstoods. By virtue of you being here, it warrants or guarantees us that you have satisfied yourself with the conditions of the Consumer Protection Act, insofar as the word footstoods means. If you need a copy of the Act, it's same is available on our website, or we can send it through to you. Let me explain one thing. The auction procedure the highest bid to the purchaser will be regarded as the final amount of the sale. Should there be a dispute that arises between two bidders, maybe we are at 2 million and the 2 million this side, the auctioneer can make a decision that will go with which buyer. And then the other thing, the costs, the deposit, upon the successful highest bid of the property on 2 million, you are supposed to pay the deposit of 3.5%, which is the deposit towards the purchase price. 2, you're supposed to pay the auctioneer's fees, which is 10%. And as long as the property does not go above 1.1 million, it will not attract transfer duties. Those are the most important things. And by virtue of you being here, that means you have checked your finances, you know that you qualify to buy a property. Remember, we are not the bank, we are not pre-qualifying people here. So once you have registered, once we say sold to you, you pay the deposit. It's your responsibility and your duty to make sure that you secure the balance from wherever, either by a bond or by cash. So if you don't qualify, that's not the responsibility of us as auctioneers or the sellers. The money is not refundable. Are we clear? Any question? In the absence of questions, can we start at 500,000? 500,000, 500,000. Can we start at 500,000? Can I have an opening bid? 500,000. 500,000. This is a beautiful house. 500,000. 500,000. What is your son saying, ma'am? 500,000. So the auction is withdrawn, but we'll engage one-on-one on those who want to put their offer. Even your son, ma'am, can put their offer. Yeah. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. It's one of those unfortunate days. Yeah. Thank you.
So unfortunately, an offer was not made at the auction. However, I'm reliably informed by Mr. Mpho that they did receive an offer after the auction, which was way above 500,000, but still below the market value as stated in this video. So guys, it is possible for you to purchase a house below the market value at an auction. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, binge watch all our other videos. Cheers. Bye-bye.